Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello everyone and welcome to This is Football. Welcome to another Liverpool show. Ladies and gentlemen, it actually seems like our football club has been causing the most chaos, the most drama happening on planet Earth. And we're out here. Today, we've got so much to discuss. And not only that, we're going to be back at 11:30 as well to talk about Guardiola with Man City, with Hamza, with Vater Games, and with Curran to talk about Kudus to Arsenal. So we've got so much content coming your way. When I told you this summer I'm going to keep you entertained, I didn't lie. Alhamdulillah, I've been here and inshallah I will continue to be here and deliver you the best content possible, my lovely, lovely, lovely people. Everyone watching us right now or on the replay, because I know a whole lot of you guys like to watch this on the replay. Please don't forget to slap the like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're ready to do so. Every single person watching us right now, everyone, 120 people, I want 120 likes. Make sure you're slapping the like button. Make sure you're subscribing to the channel if you're ready to do so. Exactly what Jared just said. And by the way, YouTube's been telling me that you guys are sharing the videos at record rates as well. So make sure you are sharing the videos as well. Share it on your WhatsApp groups, on your Facebook, on your Twitter, on your threads, on your Instagram. Hit that share button, share it everywhere. Slap the like button, subscribe to the channel, Habibis, because we've got a lot to discuss. Happy birthday to Jake as well. Make sure you're all wishing Jake a happy birthday. Big up to you, Jake. And listen, we're out here. We're out here giving you prime content. So I've got to ask the $1 million question now. And because I'm a man of the people, by the way, YouTube's also telling me 20% of you guys is watching it on TV. Make sure you like it, even if you're watching on TV. Here's the thing I want to ask you. We've got two topics today, obviously. The game, Liverpool against Karlsruher, and we've got Henderson leaving. Whichever topic you want me to start with, we start with. So comments, you know how we roll on this channel. No paragraphs, no essays. Just tell me, you want me to start with Henderson or you want me to start with the game? That's all I want. Let me know, which one do you want? And we'll do it for you guys. So whichever topic you want us to start with, we'll start with. We can start with the game. You know, we can start with Henderson. You know, we can keep Henderson till most of the people are here because I've got quite a few words to say about it. Okay. Most people are saying Henderson. Okay. I'm a man of the people, so because the people want it, we will start with it. Today, we got the here we go from Fabrizio Romano. It's official. It's no more speculation. It's no more Kurdish feeling a little bit scared. It's no more, you know, a little bit of doubt in people's minds. It's over. It's over. Jordan Henderson is indeed headed to Saudi Arabia, ladies and gentlemen. It's all over. It's all over. He's gone to Saudi Arabia. Apparently, according to, I think it was Dominic King who wrote Henderson's book, so I wouldn't be so quick to you know, believe it. Klopp tried, you know, till the end to convince Henderson to stay, but he decided he wants a new challenge, blah, blah, blah. And here's the thing, before I get to speaking about Henderson, I just want to kind of address a political subject to an extent a little bit. I don't want to go dive deep into it. I don't want to speak, you know, in details about it. But you guys are smart people. You'll understand what I'm about to say. When Qatar was about to take over Liverpool, when Qatar wanted Liverpool, when that whole rumor started, and it was a real rumor, by the way. It's not like a rumor that was made up by some random guy. It was real. When that whole thing started, we were told by the top Reds, by the people on the opposition, by the people that are against us, they don't align with the morals of the city. They don't align with the morals of Liverpool Football Club. They don't align with our morals. They're not inclusive, etc., etc., etc. Well, our Premier League best ever player is a manager in Saudi Arabia. And our current captain has left to Saudi Arabia to play football over there. So top Reds are in a sticky situation right now. What do? Do they call out Hendo? Do they call out players like that? Or do they realize that football and politics and different topics need to be separated? That's the only question I'm going to ask. Now, here's the thing. Here's the thing, my loves. Liverpool Football Club, ladies and gentlemen. 19th of July is an elite day to have your birthday. Big up to Dale. I don't know if it's your birthday. or you're talking about Jake. Happy birthday to Jake and to Dale if it's your birthdays, 2 birthdays. But Henderson is gone, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. For the first time, I'm kind of stuck between two opposite angles, two opposite schools of belief, two opposite ways of thinking. Do I come up here and I say, based on what we watched this season, based on the latest edition of Henderson, if you would like, or do I come up here and I, address the Henderson overall picture? And I speak on Jordan Henderson, and in the words of Tom Little, you either die a hero or live long enough to see yourself become the villain. Now, my honest perspective is, it's actually Dale's birthday. Happy birthday, Dale. Happy birthday, Jake. My honest perspective is, I'm glad and I'm happy that we're selling Henderson. I really am. And the reason why I'm glad and I'm happy is it's nothing against the guy. I just think everything has an expiry date. Food has expiry dates. Medicines have expiry dates. Hell, even canned tuna with preservatives has expiry dates. Everything on earth has expiry dates. And I don't think Jordan Henderson could help Liverpool at the top level anymore. I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. I don't think Henderson could help Liverpool Football Club at this level anymore. And I think he made the right decision. And he made the right decision for himself. He made the right decision for Liverpool Football Club. He made the right decision for us. Because if you guys think that it got toxic this year with Henderson criticism, if he stayed for another year and regressed even furthermore physically and regressed even furthermore from a football perspective, it would have gotten 100% worse. It would have got 100 times worse if we saw an even worse Henderson version than the one we saw this year. Some people say, it's too toxic, it's this, it's that, and it got real bad between, the online fans, the Erads and Henderson and blah, 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 and they scapegoat Henderson for everything, etc., etc., etc. Had he stayed this year, I really believe it would have gotten 100 times worse. 100 times worse. 100% it would have gotten 100 times worse than what we saw this season. And the reason is Henderson was only going, he was only going downhill. He really was only going downhill. Because since that 1920 season, his performances have been dropping every single year. And this season, I'm going to be honest with you, it just reached to an all-time low. This season, guy couldn't do anything on the football pitch. Even when it came to the leadership element, we've had Trent and other players tell him to F off, not really listen to him, not really respecting him. Remember the fight that, Henderson and Allison had this season. So, it gets to the stage where you kind of just sit here and understand, look, it's time to go. It really is time to go. We cannot sit up here and I've been someone who's been critical of Jurgen Klopp, and I'm going to say this again for the people at the back. We can't sit here and go what's Klopp's biggest problem? Klopp's biggest problem is he's too sentimental. Klopp's biggest problem is that he's too sentimental, that's the thing. And then you sit up here and you be sentimental yourself. Sentiments can't be criticized and then you yourself feel sentimental. That is genuinely not how life works. I can't sit up here and go Klopp's problem is he's sentimental. And then when the captain's expiry date arrives and I've got to move him on, I sit up here and I do the same exact thing. And me, myself, I'm sentimental. That's never how life works. That's never how life should work. If I'm criticizing Jurgen Klopp for wanting to keep this guy and you're being sentimental and all of this and blah, 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 I've got to say that show the same energy. And with Henderson, look, we say thank you. Brilliant servant for Liverpool Football Club. I think people have been going over the top with protecting him. And I think people have gone a lot in the other direction. I've always been someone who's been down the middle. I never went OTT towards any of the sides. But certain people, have been going off far too much into the other side to just prove the point that Henderson's being disrespected. I seen stuff like Henderson's the best captain we had since Whelan. I seen people say Henderson's better than Gerrard from our own fan base, stuff like that. It's just BS, man. It's just BS. And I'm so glad the guy's gone. I'm happy the guy's gone. People acted like we scapegoated him. I think this season he was absolutely atrocious. And it really was the correct time to let go. And it's the correct time to let go. And, big up to him. Big up to him for finally realizing he's not good enough. Big up to Klopp for actually sitting down with the guy and going like, you're going to get reduced minutes, instead of giving him false hope and giving him false narrative where he thinks he could actually contribute to this team like at a very high level or to a deep extent or, to a big extent. This season, he was just horrible, man. I'm going to be honest with you. This season, he was horrible, and it's the right time to let go because it would have gotten 100 times worse had we kept the guy. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry to say this, but how we kept the guy, this would have gotten 100% worse. So, this is the thing for me. He's gone, and it's time for us to move on. It's time for us to just leave this whole Henderson topic to the side. And the one thing I'll say for, the crowd of people who always have unbelievably high expectations of people off the pitch and all of this, the guy sold his morals and principles for 200 grand more per week. So, don't put footballers on pedestals and act like, they're some sort of messiah that's coming here to save Earth and, make positive movements and all of this. Like, it's just, all of these guys are hypocrites, man. All of them, for the money, for multiple different reasons, would sell all their morals, all their principles, all their ideals. And if you're a Liverpool supporter, from that group, when the whole Qatar thing was happening and you're sat there talking about they don't fit our morals as a city and blah, blah, blah. And listen, they're both gone. They're both gone. The current captain and the greatest player in Premier League era. They're both gone there. So all this moral talk, there is nothing they can do about it. And I can continue calling out people. I can continue speaking on other people. But honestly, I'm just sick of the drama. I'm just sick of the drama that I cause myself sometimes on this YouTube platform. But honestly, I'm saying this without being arrogant. I'm just being humble and being real. My problem is I'm just too real. I'm just too real for this YouTube thing, man. Honestly, I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. I wish I could fake it. I genuinely wish. I genuinely wish I could sit up here and fake it, because faking it would get me a lot more subscribers. Faking it would get me a lot more viewers. Faking it would get me a lot more people watching me. Faking it would get me a lot more likes, a lot more subscribes, a lot more shares. Being fake on YouTube is the best way to get to the top. And I'm so glad that so many people come here and tell me, Hussam, you're real. That for me is the best compliment you can give me. I might not be the biggest, I might not be the most influential, I might not be the most consistent or the guy that's there on time the most, but I will always be the realest, alhamdulillah, when it comes to at least Liverpool content. I'm not gonna generalize and say football content, because I say it as it is. I'm not here to BS, I'm not here to sugarcoat. When it comes to Liverpool Football Club, man, it's just time to move on, man. It's just time to move on. All this, Henderson talk, all this stuff like this. We can sit up here and we can pretend that people right now who are live on YouTube talking about Liverpool Football Club are out here acting like they wanted to sell Henderson all the way throughout, and they were doing leadership prop, like they weren't FSG, and like they didn't try to cancel me last summer for being negative. They're the people now saying the same stuff I was saying last summer. They're saying it now. Welcome to the party. You're only a year late. But welcome to the party anyway, because over here we open the doors for everyone. We don't close the doors based on opinions like certain other people do. For me, you look at this football club, you look at the direction we're headed in, and it makes 100% complete sense to sell the guy. He just can't help us anymore. He can't deliver anything on the football pitch. There is just nothing football-wise he offers me. When it comes to leadership, I don't even believe he's respected by his peers like he used to be respected by his peers. So it's just time to go, man. It's just time to go. Go get your money in Saudi Arabia and leave us alone, man. Leave us alone. And you know, I don't want to come up here and be disrespectful to the guy, but it really is a feeling of happiness because it's like finally I've just moved on, man. I've just moved on. And this is why we need to stop being sentimental as a football club. Like I'm not being sentimental right now. This is why we need to stop being sentimental as a football club. This is why we need to stop, you know, doing all of this stuff. Like it's just like we sit up here and we blame Klopp and people at Liverpool and all this for having sentiments and being over emotional and stuff like that. And then you can't sit up here and come up here and do the same exact thing. It just makes no sense. It just makes no sense. I'm glad he's gone. I'm gonna be honest. I'm just say it as it is. I'm glad he's gone. I don't think he would have helped us anyway going forward. You know, I think it was only gonna go downward from here. It was gonna be a downward spiral from here, and it was time to let go of the player. Now we can finally have football players who can actually play the sport, not hoofball merchants, not guys who do crosses into to opposition goal kick and all of this. Khalas, it's time to go, man. Let him go. Let him go get his money in Saudi Arabia, you know, and let's just keep it stepping, man. Let's just keep it stepping. Let's just move into the next phase of this whole Liverpool thing, and we will see what the time will bring us. We will see, because it's like finally we just moved on from the old guard, if you would like. It's like finally we just now start a new phase at Liverpool Football Club. Big up to Alternative FM, who says, Hussam, you're never fake, my friend. Thank you for the super chat, FM, and thank you for, as I always say, compliments like this are better than any other compliments for me. Once again, it's not about being the biggest or the most influential or blah, blah, blah. For me, I will never, ever sell my soul. And look, speaking of selling his soul, the guy that's leaving that we're talking about in this video sold his soul. You know, if he really is a man of principle, he wouldn't go play in Saudi Arabia. I mean, you guys already know. You guys already know, the people who watch me, they already know the story of the gambling company who reached out to me. I'm a man of principle. I didn't tell them, yes, let's come sponsor me because it's a lot of money. I said no. You could always say no. So yeah, that's just the reality of the matter. Big up to you. Thank you so much, Alternative FM. Big up to Kave, who says, Hussam, we are here every night because you speak your heart. I appreciate you so much, Kave. Thank you so much for the super chat, my brother. I appreciate you. I appreciate the love, my guy. And thank you for you know, always showing me all the love and support. And you guys are just unbelievable. You know, big up to you guys, man. Big up Kave, FM, and Dale. Yeah, gambling is haram. And because I'm a Muslim, I said no to the gambling company sponsoring me. I'm a man of principle. Jordan Henderson sold his principles down the drain to go get money in Saudi Arabia. Simple as. Wallahi al-azim, I would rather get $1 halal every stream from you guys than go get 1,000 haram from a gambling company. Simple as. I told them, no, sorry, I'm a Muslim. I don't do gambling company sponsorships. I'll never apologize for who I am, man. Simple as that. And you know, you sit up here and go like, look, we can sit up here and we can pretend, you know, that leadership isn't important, blah, blah, blah. I just don't think Henderson provided that type of leadership anymore. Because here's the thing when it comes to maintaining standards, because the word maintaining standards is a buzzword that's used by many people. Is a buzzword that's used by many people to pretend that, you know, it's something that happens. Here's the thing when it comes to maintaining standards. The first step of maintaining standards is you maintaining that standard yourself. Let me say that again. The first step of you being a captain and maintaining the standards at a football club or at any institution is you maintaining the standard that you're setting out yourself. Simple as. So for you, as Henderson, this season on the football pitch, could you maintain that standard? The answer is no. And the part that proves my point, even the people who wanted Henderson to stay, you ask them right here, right now, tell me what Henderson offers. Tell me what Henderson offers. Not a single one of them would have mentioned any footballing ability on the football pitch. You can ask me, Hussam, why do you want Salah to stay? He's an unbelievable goal scorer. Hussam, why do you want, Thiago to stay? He controls tempo, dictates tempo at an unbelievable level. Hussam, why do you want Virgil van Dijk to stay? Because even an 80% Virgil van Dijk defensively is still better than 90% of the centre backs on earth. Hussam, why do you want Trent to stay? Because he's a game changer, could kill a game with one pass. We can keep going on and on and on. Alisson, why do you want Alisson to stay? Because he's the best keeper in the world. He's an unbelievable shot stopper, unbelievable on the ball. All this when it comes to like Henderson, like, listen, I'm not saying leadership is not an asset. Leadership is an asset, but at the same time, you cannot mention me leadership as the first thing when talking about the player. So for me, I'm glad he's gone. I'm glad he's gone. I'm glad, we can finally move on from this whole topic. And, we can finally look forward to a future where, players that are not good enough are no longer at the football club. Simple as. Let's just cut the BS. Let's stop sitting up here and lying, and let's just keep it stepping, man. Henderson's gone, and that's it. And now, before I get to today's game, I want to talk a little bit about transfers and transfer news. Before I do that, there's 400 people watching us right now. Big up to you guys. We're going live with bigger channels, and alhamdulillah, we're doing similar, if not better numbers. Big up to Kave, big up to FM, big up to Dale. Thank you all for sending in super chats. Thank you to every single person who sent in a super chat, no matter how big or small. Make sure you're all liking the video. Make sure you're all subscribing to the channel if you're yet to do so. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Keep interacting with this video. Keep interacting with the channel. Keep letting us know your thoughts. Keep expressing your emotions in the comment section down below. I see Jamrock and others disagreeing with me. I've got no problem with that whatsoever. Disagree as much as you want. Agree as much as you want. It's all up to you. So yeah, please do like, please do subscribe. Keep letting me know your thoughts. And now, after Henderson is gone, and after it looks like probably, let's just cut the BS here, probably more than likely, Fabinho is going to be gone as well. You're kind of heading into a world. You're heading into a world where you're sat there going like, okay, so you're telling me you want to sell the older players that are not good enough. You want to get rid of the players that are not good enough. You want to get rid of these players, and you're going to go get players that are better right now or have higher potential, or etc., etc., etc. Now we've got $1 million questions to ask. Now we've got $1 million questions to ask. When it comes to the next phase, when it comes to step 2, I'm gonna be honest, I don't want to sit up here and just shout about FSG for an hour, because I've done that the last 2 videos. I really just don't. But like, you know what I really just don't understand? You know what I really just like, I just do not get? Currently, as things stand, we need 2 midfielders. We need 2 midfielders. We need 2 midfielders, and we need a centre back. And it's something related to today's game, but I must say it anyway, since it's the topic, like, anyway, even though we haven't got into it. My people, I don't overreact based on preseason ever. I don't ever overreact based on preseason. I'm never ever gonna sit up here and overreact based on a preseason game. Because let me tell you, the year that we won the league, we lost every single preseason game. Last season, we beat City in the Community Shield, and we had an absolutely horrible season. So all this preseason doesn't matter, but there are certain things you can also learn. There are certain indications. There are certain things, players playing in specific positions, etc., etc., etc. It's not like it's absolutely pointless and useless. There are things you can learn from preseason. And you know what today proved to me? Honestly, what today proved to me? Joel Matip and Joe Gomez. Joel Matip and Joe Gomez as a partnership is finito. We absolutely, categorically cannot have those two playing together in any game of football. It just cannot happen. It is a calamity. It is a calamity anytime these two play together. Even if Gomez is a right back, it still is a calamity regardless. It just doesn't work. Matip and Gomez just doesn't work. Any potion, Any potion you're trying to cook, whatever you're putting on the stove, it doesn't work, which is why we need a center back. Center back currently is just as much as a priority as a midfielder. Now, the reason why the reason why I've been told the FSG are doing a fire sale. I mean, listen, here's the thing, Alternative FM. You don't even have to be told anything. I think it's crystal clear to see. That's what's happening anyway. Like, that's honestly what's happening anyway. That's my thing. Like, like there's a fire sale happening in front of our eyes. You don't need to be an ITK or know any special information to recognize that there's a fire sale happening. And speaking of fire sales, today, Kostas Tsimikas had to play in midfield because we simply just didn't have enough midfielders. We simply just did not have enough midfielders to even play over there. There's some guy today, I saw him for the first time, some guy called O'Connell or something like that. First time I've heard of the guy. Big up to you, Alternative FM. Thank you for this. First time I've even heard of the guy, some random O'Connell guy. I thought he actually played well, but it's the first time I've heard of him. Bobby Clark came in, stuff like that. You know what the problem is? This is the problem. Certain people, they live in utopia. Certain people live in utopia. Certain people live in the real world. Personally, I've decided to live in the real world and not live in utopia. In utopia, no one gets injured. In the real world, players get injured. You want to hear the truth of the matter? We are 1 or 2 midfield injuries away currently, as the squad's currently constructed, from just absolute trash playing on the football pitch. Or you know, future stars, not current ones. Future players, not current ones. Potential players, not current ones, playing on the football pitch. And it's the exact same for our centre backs. Does everyone here trust Konate and Virgil? Yes. Everyone here trusts Konate and Virgil. Do you trust Joe Gomez? 99% of people will say no. Do you trust Joel Matip? Maybe 60%, 70% will say no. 30%, 40% are still hanging on to the fact that he might be like a little bit of a serviceable defender. You look at the centre-back situation, and God forbid Van Dijk or Konate get an injury, it could be an early end to our season. It could genuinely be an early end to our season, unless we decide to bring some random guy and play him at centre-back. And you look at that midfield, and it's the same exact thing. McAllister, God forbid, gets injured. Boom, problem. Szoboszlai, God forbid, gets injured. Boom, problem. We need depth. As things stand, I think we need a DM, we need an 8, and we need a centre-back. Those are the 3 positions that are absolute must-gets currently as things stand. Fire sale يعني بيع كثير. These are exactly what we need. And you look at our current situation, currently as things stand. I think it was big up to Shumet from Twitter. I don't know, sometimes he watches the channel. I don't know if he's watching currently. He actually pointed out that if you consider the wages that are leaving and you consider how much money we're getting for Fabinho and Henderson, we didn't even spend anything yet. Now, let's keep in mind, forget what Hussam said, forget what anyone said. The Paul Joyces, the elite Liverpool journalists all said, this summer we're going to get a war chest. Everyone said it, not just me. If you guys remember, just 2-3 months ago, we were talking about getting Jude and McAllister and others. We were talking about getting Jude and others to come play for Liverpool Football Club. That's what we were talking about. So what we will not do is keep reducing our levels. And this takes me to the guy we're linked with. Enzo Fernandez, to Jude Bellingham, to Moises Caicedo, to Nicolo Barella, to Kefren Thuram, to Quadio Kone, to Romeo Lavia, to Cheikh Doucouré. Today, I found out that the Cheikh Doucouré interest is indeed a reality. God. Ladies and gentlemen, the interest in Cheikh Doucouré is a reality. It is not indeed a myth. It is the real world. It is the real world. Cheikh Doucouré interest is indeed real interest, and it's not some stuff made up by some random guy. So Cheikh Doucouré interest is real. It's real. And what upsets me the most is people acting like it's okay. Like we just dropped our standards and dropped them more and dropped them more and dropped them more and dropped them more. Now to the level where it's like, oh, Doucouré, we need a body in there. What I don't understand is like, you've got to raise the ceiling as FSG. You've got to realize 35 million, 30 million pound signings are not sustainable for a long-term future. They're really not. Because you've got to get the gem and then the gem and then the other gem and then the other gem for it to work. And what I don't get is, if we haven't spent any money yet because of the sales of Henderson and Fabinho and Nat Phillips and that much wages being removed from our yearly, what I don't understand is, why don't we just go for the best of the best? Why don't we just go for the best in class? Why don't we just go for the best that we could find? Why? And I love this comment from Joe D, because I feel like it describes everything. Just the fact that the interest in this Doucouré guy is real tells you all you need to know. Honestly. Tells you all you need to know. And you know what I find crazy? You know what I find mad? This is what I find mad and crazy. This is what I find mad and what I find crazy. Just 48 hours ago, big up to Noor Dowlet, who sends in a super chat. Big up to you, Noor. Thank you for the super chat. I believe that's a Malaysian name, I believe. You know what I find crazy? This is what I find crazy. Not only have our standards dropped step by step by step, not only have our levels dropped step and step and step, you know what I'm realizing more and more of? What I'm realizing is there's an even more hellacious world. There's an even lower level. And just 48 hours ago, Liverpool fans were thinking of the idea of signing Joshua Kimmich. And as per usual, we get reminded quickly that for some sort of monetary reason, whether it be his price tag, or it be his wages, or it be some sort of monetary reason, Kimmich is an impossibility. Whilst the team we're trying to catch has just signed Josko Gvardiol for £100 million. And we can sit up here and we can say City are cheats and City are this and City are that. Fair enough, listen, City are cheats. Spam 115 chat. But at the same time, at which point in time are you just going to show ambition as Fenway Sports Group? Like, honestly, Cheikh Doucouré. Like, guys, like, where are we going with this? Honestly, like, I'm be honest completely now. Like, where are we actually going with this? Where are we going with this? Where are we going to with this? Huh? Where are we going to this? Like, to which levels are we going to sink? Honestly, to which levels are we going to sink? Like, Cheikh Doucouré, I promise you not a single person would have wanted Doucouré heading into this summer. I don't get why people switch their energy so quickly when they're Liverpool fans. Like, your energy just switches like that. That's what I don't understand. Why do you switch your energy so quick? If I asked any Liverpool fan on this entire planet 2 months ago, not a single person would have said Cheikh Doucouré. Not a single person would have said Cheikh Doucouré. If I told you, write me your realistic 3. You know? Even if I ask you, tell me your most realistic 3. I'm not even going to say unrealistic. You come tell me Cheikh Doucouré. No one's going to say Doucouré. No one would have even managed to even think of Cheikh Doucouré. And you know what's mad? You know why you've got to be ruthless from the start? If we were ruthless from the start, we would have gotten Ugarte. And now you're talking about Ugarte, McAllister, Szoboszlai. You're like, ooh, that's a midfield. And I got to ask today, have we moved on from Romeo Lavia? And me, myself, I'm still trying to find out if we've moved on from him. You know? Like, moved on from him, blah, blah, blah. Like, it's just, like, I don't know. I don't know if we moved on from Lavia. I hope we haven't moved on from Lavia. But my point is, like, at what point in time are you just gonna sit up here and go like, man, just show me something? I really have a fear. I really have fears. Because supporting this football club comes with certain fears, definite monetary fears, by the way. I really have a fear that we just sit up here and, of course, we have a transfer window that's missing something. And to all the people that keep proposing the idea, all the people that keep proposing the idea that, sorry, what was the idea I was going to talk about? There was something I was going to talk about. Wait, what? Think, Hassan. Oh yeah, to anyone that keeps proposing the idea that, you know, when it comes to Liverpool Football Club, we've got no money and all this. Please understand, we do have money. We just refuse to spend it. And I refuse to keep explaining this concept because everyone here gets it. And the players that we were linked with this summer, just like 2-3 weeks ago, the likes of the Kones and the Thurams, why don't we just go back in for them? I'm sure Thuram would still be a massive upgrade on 3 or 4 players in the squad. He would be, and no need to sit up here and deny it. And there's a level. This level is the final boss level. This level is the final boss level. And yeah, actually, I remember what I was going to say. Some people are proposing the idea of selling Kelleher. You know what the problem is with selling Kelleher? Let me tell you what the problem is with selling Kelleher. You're essentially breaking your leg to fix your arm. You're breaking your arm to fix your leg. You're breaking your toenail to fix your eye. Like, it's always like you're breaking something up. Because let me ask you a question right now. Does anyone get nervous when Kelleher plays? My answer is no. I don't get nervous personally when Kelleher plays. I feel secure. I don't feel secure as Alisson, of course, because Alisson is the best keeper in the world. But at least I feel secure to an extent. I feel safe to an extent. I'm not myself when Kelleher plays. You're sat here telling me sell Kelleher. Okay, no problem. We'll sell Kelleher. Who's going to be backup goalkeeper? If you tell me Adrian, I'm going to lose it. If you tell me Adrian, I'm going to lose it. Because Adrian makes the entire defense and us as a fan base ourselves. Adrian cannot be the backup goalkeeper for Liverpool in 2023. He just can't be. So when it comes to Kelleher, I wouldn't sell Kelleher because I'm not trying to break my leg to fix my arm. Like, it just makes no sense. We have the money. We need to put it on the table. We need to spend money and we need to be serious. Because we cannot go from Jude to Barella to Caicedo to Enzo to players like that and now talking about Cheikh Doucouré. It just makes no sense. And the likes of Kelleher, by the way, even if they want to leave, they're going to get plenty of game time. You've got 6 Europa League stage games. You've got Carabao Cup. You've got FA Cup. You've got plenty of game time. You've got absolute plenty of game time that you can come in and you can play for this gigantic football club. You've got plenty of game time. So for me, the only thing that gets on my nerves is we always try to break something to fix something else. It's just so weird, man. It's just so weird because I just do not understand. Like, at what stage are we just gonna fix our leg without breaking anything else? You know? How are we gonna break something and go fix something else? Because now I've got to fix the thing that's broken. Because as I ask the comment section again, are you guys absolutely horrified if Adrian is our second goalkeeper? The true answer is, if you're not trying to do positivity Olympics, is yes. Because everyone is scared of Adrian being the goalkeeper in any football game whatsoever. We realize he got an extension because he's the cheerleader. Anyway, before I get to the game, big up to Dale, big up to FM, big up to Kave, big up to Noor. Thank you to every single person who's watching us right now. There's 500 people watching us. Make sure you're all slapping the like button. Make sure you're all subscribing to the channel if you're yet to do so. Every single person watching us right now, every single person watching us right now, like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're yet to do so, because we want to get to minimum 200 likes. So please do like the video, please do subscribe to the channel, and help the channel grow, Habibis, because every like matters, every subscribe matters, every super chat matters, every share matters. All the help and the love that you guys show us always, takes us to the next level. So big up to you guys, man. Keep liking, keep subscribing. There's 500 people here. We should be able to get to 200 likes in the next 10 seconds. So please do like the video, do subscribe. And look, for me, I just look at this current squad and I know I need a seasoned DM. Some people may not like the idea of Amrabat. Personally, I like him. But at least someone of that age, someone who's 25, 26, 27, 28, someone like that who can play DM, that's what I want. And I need another, maybe the other central midfielder could be, someone who is maybe a little bit younger, which I've got no problem with. So I think those two for me are a thing. I've seen people mention Palhinha. I think once again with Palhinha, I'm not always against the football club. If Liverpool Football Club say no to paying 70 million for Palhinha, I say you're right. There is no need to pay 70 million for him because he's not worth that much money. So I agree with the football club. I'm not about disagreeing with the football club on every single decision. Certain decisions I agree with, certain decisions I disagree with. So for me, no, I hear you, Jamrock, but Europa League is completely different. So for me, I need someone a little bit more seasoned in that position. And we saw today in the game, because now I'm going to relate the transfers to today's game. As I said, guys, 200 likes. Yalla, we're literally 5 likes away. Yalla, slap the like button. Big up to Noor, big up to Kave, FM and Dale for the super chats. Shout out to everyone who sends in the super chat. Yalla, like and subscribe. Yalla. So I'm going to relate a little bit now to today's game, because this is like a place as well where we want to talk about today's game as well, related to the whole transfer thing. Once again, I'm not going to sit up here. I refuse to sit up here and overreact over a preseason game. I'm not going to sit up here and go like, oh my God, we beat Karlsruher 4-2. We are mentality monsters. We came back from 1-0 down and 2-1 down. That's just BS. Preseason, okay? There's stuff you learn from it, stuff you take from it, but preseason has never and will never be a measuring stick for how you're gonna do. It really is never a measuring stick. Let's just say it as it is, guys. Let's cut the BS. Let's get through all the BS that people usually say. Preseason doesn't matter. The year that we lost all the preseason games, we went on to win the league. So all this preseason hype, I don't care. I still remember the preseason under Brendan Rodgers where we beat everyone. Iago Aspas was banging in goals. All this preseason hype means F all to me. So I couldn't care less about preseason. So for me, there's just things that you can learn. There's things that you can learn about your football club, about your players. First of all, let me start with the 2 new signings. Let me start with the 2 new signings for Liverpool Football Club. First of all, what I'm about to say is only based on the 90 minutes. It's not a reflection of what I think is going to happen in the future. I think for me personally, I thought McAllister was a lot more impressive than Dominic Szoboszlai today. I thought McAllister was a lot more impressive than Dominic Szoboszlai. I thought McAllister took a bit more risks today, which I like. I like a midfielder who takes risks. I like a midfielder who tries something different. I really like the idea that McAllister is actually like, nope, I ain't going to sit up here and pass right and left for 90 minutes. No, I'm actually going to take risks, even if it's my first game. And I loved what Mac 10 showed on display today. Unbelievable performance for me. And probably, I'm going to be completely honest, I thought McAllister was probably even our man of the match. Now, our second signing, Szoboszlai, for me, I think he was a little bit maybe intimidated by him putting on the Liverpool shirt for the first time. Maybe he was a little bit, shy of expressing himself a little bit. Maybe he wasn't, that kind of, how can I say, that like, confident because it's his first experience. And once again, this is not a criticism of Szoboszlai, but I just didn't see Szoboszlai taking risks today. He was tidy, pass left, pass right, all of this. And by the way, speaking of the earlier topic about number 14, it feels amazing. It just feels amazing that you've got two midfielders who can actually pass the football, who can actually control the football. Honestly, genuinely, like comments, I know you guys probably agree. It feels so good that we actually have two midfielders who can play football and not just, marathon runners, run. Like it feels good that we've got two players. Okay, they're press resistant, they can pass. I thought Szoboszlai was tidy. McAllister took a bit more risks. So I like that with McAllister. For me, both of them had good games, but McAllister had the better game. Now, speaking of good games, you go to the forward line. I thought our forward lines probably all played well. I still have my questions over Luis Diaz. It's not an insult. It's not anything. I just want him to be better in front of goal. So because I want him to be better in front of goal, I'm going to give him the time to develop. I'm going to give him the time to become that player. I'm going to give him time to improve. I know he's come back from an injury. With Darwin Nunez, once again, this is not going to be a criticism. I said it even today on the space. I'm even tired of criticizing the guy. I'm not going to sit up here and just criticize Nunez for the next half an hour just for the sake of it. When it comes to Darwin Nunez, the one thing I just don't understand is today, when the chance fell to him, why didn't he shoot first time? That's all I ask. That is all I ask. Because in the Premier League, we won't get the space to be able to even try that pass to Salah like that. Okay? So for me, you look at Darwin Nunez, we say great finish for the goal. What I just don't understand is why he could have just taken the shot quickly. Sometimes I just want Nunez to actually, even if he's not feeling confident, to at least act confident. So that's what I'm saying with Nunez. I just want him to act confident. Mo Salah, for me, some of the touches were absolutely brilliant. Some of the passes were unbelievable. He's a little bit rusty, but of course, he's Mo Salah. He's forever going to deliver for us. Now, second half, I've got to say Tom Little really impressed me on the right wing. Tom Little, very nifty player. I think, what was his name? The guy who played on the left, Scaloni. What's his name again? Scalton. What was his name? Scallon? Bro, there was that youngster who played on the left who kept dribbling past people. What was his name again? Scallion, was it? Scallion? Scalini? Bro, there's that youngster who played on the left. What the hell? Scanlon, there you go. Scanlon, big up Virgil. Scanlon, for me, I was actually really impressed. I was really impressed with that Scanlon kid. I'm going to be honest with you. I really liked what I saw from that Scanlon kid. He was actually cooking. He was cooking. And this is what I talk about. Like, he was taking risks. Like, he was out there like, whoo. Like, Scanlon, that Scanlon kid, bro, he was cooking. I loved what I saw from him. So those two youngsters for me, Scanlon and Doak, were great on either side. And I think, and this might trigger a whole lot of people, but I don't care because I'll keep it real regardless. I think the front three selects itself. Some people might disagree. Some people might get rattled. Some people might get triggered. I think the front three selects itself. I think Cody Gakpo down the middle is a must. I think Mo Salah down the right is a must. Now the third guy. By the way, we've got 500 people watching us. Make sure you're liking, make sure you're subscribing. Yalla, like and subscribe. Big up to Noor, big up to Kave, FM and Dale. Yalla, like and subscribe, every single one of you guys. Right now, like and subscribe. 250 likes minimum. We're at 500 people watching us. Yalla, 250 likes. Now, let me ask. Personally, I think Gakpo and Salah are the must starts in the front three. So now the $1 million question. And comments, you know how we operate on This Is Football. We don't do paragraphs. We don't do life stories. Your third guy, are you going with Diaz or are you going with Jota? Just write me Diaz or Jota. That's all I want. That is all I want. Just write me the name. Is it Jota or Diaz? Simple as. because I want to see where you guys' heads is at. Because for me, personally, my answer is crystal clear. My answer is not even an argument. Me personally, I'm going Jota on the left, I'm going Gakpo down the middle, I'm going Salah on the right, and I think that would 100% be our strongest, most efficient, most killer front three. And by the way, 80% of the comments are saying Jota. Good. 80% of the comments are saying Jota. So for me, I think the one that makes the most sense technically, efficiency-wise, from all elements, like if I combine all elements and I grade them out of 10 for every single front three, I look like... Big up Michael Talks Football. Congratulations, my brother, on all your success. Big up Michael, man. Make sure you go subscribe to his channel. Great guy. You know this guy, even if he doesn't appear in the comments for the next 10 years and he suddenly spawns, I'll always say go subscribe to his channel. Unbelievable content creator, and he sees me watching as well, the stuff he puts out. Big up to you, Michael. Here's the thing. Purely based on the damage they do in front of goal, okay, and purely based on the decisions they make in the final third, and I always maintained what separates the elite from the very good is the final third decision making. Honestly, what separates people in the final third is the decision making. Do you make your decision quick? Do you not? That's why I'm taking Jota. So my front three is Jota, is Gakpo, and it's Salah. I look at the midfield. Once again, I am glad and I'm happy we signed Szoboszlai and McAllister. But speaking of part two, speaking of second phases, speaking of going forward, this is where now, as FSG, as Jurgen Klopp, as Liverpool Football Club, the institution, we need to go get that third piece. Because it's all related to the same stuff. Our biggest problem currently, even against Karlsruher, you guys noticed it today. That's why I always say I never overreact when it comes to preseason. I'm not gonna even. We could have won 30-0 today. I won't come up here and say, "Oh my God, we're gonna win the league because we beat Karlsruher." I couldn't care less about preseason results, but I'm talking about certain things on the pitch. You can see this team is so screaming out for a DM. It is. I've never seen a team scream out for a DM more than this team. Honestly. Szoboszlai and McAllister need a DM behind them. Szoboszlai and McAllister need a DM behind them. I'm going to just say it as it is. So for me, I need us to go get that DM. And once again, the biggest problem today has been exposed, which is how easily teams get behind us. For the love of God, understand, we kept scapegoating Trent, or me sometimes, Robertson, I admit it, or whoever. It's not about the individual when it comes to the fullbacks, the right back and the left back. It's just so much space in behind for no reason. And Buck here is asking a fantastic question. Who has the higher ceiling, Nunez or Gakpo? First of all, thank you for the DM. Second of all, you want to hear the reality that you won't like Buck? Because I know you're a Nunez fanboy. You know who has the higher ceiling? Gakpo has the higher ceiling. And now you're going to turn crazy. You're going to say, how are you saying Gakpo has the higher ceiling? Because you know what Gakpo's ceiling is? Gakpo's ceiling is a jugador like Firmino who scores goals. Because Gakpo, I believe, is a better finisher than Roberto Firmino. I'm sorry, I said it. Gakpo's a better finisher than Roberto Firmino, and he got Joga Bonito elements. Gakpo definitely has the higher ceiling. Are you mad? Of course it's Gakpo. So for me, front three selects itself. Back four selects itself, but we're one injury away from having a crisis. I'm so glad that Alisson is in goal. And that midfield is so screaming out for a DM. You know what we need? I'm going to tell you what we need. Like, my head is hot. My head is hot because how much we need this. We we desperately need an absolute bastard. We need an absolute bastard as DM. I need a DM that tackles the crap out of the opposition. I need a DM that gets so stuck in defensively, other players are scared of him tackling. That's what I want. I need stuff like that. I need a DM that is so strong. I need a DM that is so strong that other people are scared of attacking us because of his tackles. I need a bastard. I need someone to sit up here and 2-foot people. I just need fucking, this is what I need, Kamran. I need like fucking Gattuso. I need some asshole. Like, I need someone who just 2-foot people. Like, I need that. That's what we need. We need some bite. All this, oh my god, cute. Get me a bastard in there. Get me a guy who's gonna tackle the crap out of the opposition. That's what we need. Big up Sultan, who says, I'm alright with Decore because this is the market. Because this is the market. We move an Amrabat, Kamara, or him. I'm okay with it. Just bring a DM. Jota x Gakpo must start the chemistries, man. I agree. Jota x Gakpo x Salah is exactly what we need. Exactly what we need. And I look at the DM spot and I disagree with you. I don't think Decore is okay because we keep going lower and lower and lower and lower. Ugarte, that's why I was screaming for Ugarte. I wish I was sporting director. If I was sporting director of Liverpool Football Club, we would have dunked on Man City. We would have dunked on their ass because I said from the start, sign Ugarte. I said from this, I kept screaming Ugarte's name. Now Ugarte is gone, so because I'm stop crying about Ugarte, we need a bastard. Amrabat is 100% better than, for me, some of the options you guys are saying. Amrabat, someone like that. I need a tackler. Imagine Amrabat just stuck in there, just fucking tackling people left and right. Sofyan Mrabat. That's what we need. Amrabat. We definitely need that. Big up to you, Sultan, but I disagree with your Decore take. Because what's the final boss after Decore? Tom Davies? James Ward-Prowse? Or in the words of one of the guys who replied to the tweet, I think that was Carty. Or Omar, I think it was. And the guy was like, nope, the final boss is a article from James Pearce saying the club are looking forward to, relying on Tyler Morton as the DM. Like, honestly, if we get that article, I'm going to lose my damn mind, you guys. And you can't blame me. All the positivity merchants, even the positivity merchants can't blame me if that happens. I need an a-hole. I need me as the DM. Bring me Hussam, prime Hussam, play him DM, we win it all. Just a guy who just tackles the Amrabat. Bring me Amrabat. Please bring me Amrabat. Please bring me Amrabat, bro. I really want Amrabat, man. I don't know why people are so anti-Amrabat as well. Wallahi, what's wrong with Amrabat? What's wrong with Amrabat? Ain't nothing wrong with the guy. He's just a very good tackler. First of all, Sultan عيب تحط, you're putting Decore and Fabinho in the same sentence. Come on, man. I really think. And also, let me just say this. Pablo saying World Cup hype. How is that a bad thing? Comments. So you're telling me Amrabat performed against the best players in the world in the most watched football tournament of the world against the best of the best. How's that a bad thing? That ain't a bad thing. World Cup hype. Yeah, you damn right. He did it against the best of the best. Against Spain, against Portugal. You know? حبيبي يا سلطان بس برضه لا بدي حيوان هيك يكون سفاح يكون. Amrabat is a warrior, thank you. World Cup hype is not a bad thing. No, but it's different for strikers. Like, I've seen Amrabat do stuff in the 90th minute, or at the 120th minute of a game, which shows he's got the agility as well. So for me, look, I just want us to just look, we'll see what happens regarding the DM spot. By the way, I just want to say, I warned you 2 days ago, or yesterday, one of the videos, I warned you. I came here and I said, guys, Lavia is not done, and anyone who tells you Lavia is done is a liar. And you look at all the people that you guys watch, that once again, I'm not gatekeeping. This is your experience. This is your experience on YouTube. If you don't watch a guy that lies to your face, I'd gladly lie to your face starting today. But I just can't lie. So I told you from the start, Lavia ain't done. Now, I'm not saying we've moved on from Lavia. I don't believe we've moved on from Lavia. I don't believe it. But the fact that we're looking at Decore is a little bit worrying. And there could be, just to provide an, like, I just want to give you guys the scenarios from all elements. There could be an element in which Liverpool Football Club are waiting on the first Mbappe domino to fall. Because what FFP is saying is, if Real Madrid do buy Kylian Mbappe, they're going to have to sell someone. And what logic says is, the players that they've got to sell are probably going to be midfielders. So if they do look at selling Chouameni, then we should be there at the door. Simple as. We should be at the door, ready to rock and roll, ready to punch up, ready to do like anything required to get Chouameni. So for me, people say Chouameni ain't leaving, you know, Valverde ain't leaving, blah, 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 ain't leaving. I've got no problem. Okay, up to you. But if Real Madrid buy Kylian Mbappe, they've got to sell somebody. They've got to sell somebody. Now, whichever somebody we can buy. And if if suddenly we wake up and we decide to be like, hey guys, we've decided to be a serious football club. If we've decided to be a serious football club and we go in for Joshua Kimmich, then we can talk. But as of today, all this Doucouré hype, I'll be damned if I fall for any of these things. All this Doucouré, oh my God, Doucouré, blah, and just not me, man. That's just not me. You'll never hear me hyping up, you know, just like average players. I'm gonna be honest with you. You'll never ever hear me hyping up average players. Simple as. So I'm not gonna sit up here and, oh my God, you know, Cheikh Doucouré, because the nerds gave me all the numbers and they convinced me that Cheikh Doucouré is some sort of unbelievable player. Let me tell you all that Cheikh Doucouré is gonna come in and bang. No. I ain't gonna sit up here and lie. So simple as that. Anyway, I'm gonna wrap it up here because I've got a live video again at 11:30. We've got Hamza coming on, we've got Vater coming on, we've got Karan coming on. We're going to be talking about Josko Gvardiol. We're going to be talking multiple different things. As soon as this video ends, you will be redirected to that video. Hit that reminder button so as soon as we go live, you get notified. Thank you all for joining us. Big up to Sultan, big up to Bak, big up to Noor, big up to Cave, big up to FM and to Dale for sending in super chats. Everyone watching us right now, hit that like button, subscribe before you leave the video. Hit us with a like button, hit us with a subscribe button. I love every single one. This is so sad, but so true. Aimless ideas, that idea isn't aimless. That idea is realistic. Everyone watching us right now, as I said, please do not forget to like that video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're ready to do so. Continue to share the videos everywhere. As soon as this video ends, you'll be redirected to that city stream. Make sure you hit reminder so you can get notified when we go live. We're going to be talking about Kudus, Gvardiol, and multiple different topics. And we will see you guys back, inshallah, at 11:30 p.m. UK time. Matthew says we don't need to sell everyone even if we get Kylian Mbappe. Well, FFP disagrees. So your fight should be with FFP, not with me, Matthew. But I will say thank you for the super chat. So, yeah, that's according to what FFP have reported. Yalla. Love you guys, and we'll see you guys 11:30.